everybody, welcome back to Taku Katsu, the podcast where we review the first episodes of animes old and new, and give you our opinions on it, what we like, what we don't like, if we'll keep watching it. This week's episode is Vanitas no Carte. It's about, how to describe it? Vampires and doctors and curing vampirism, but not really. I'm here with my co-hosts, Patrick.
You guys, I think I'm becoming Vicky.
And Cori.
I will not tell you my true name because apparently it can be corrupted, and that shit is nasty.
Yes, it's amazing.
And I am Vicky. Let's get into it. Vanitas no Carte. We'll start with Cori. What do you like about it?
I don't like that Vanitas no Carte is a confusing name to me for some reason. Case study of the Vanitas sounds much nicer, and I will refer to it as that until I forget what it's called. What I like, okay, so the colors are really cool. It had a really nice contrast between it's clearly symbolic. You've got the blue-eye vampire, I guess. Anyway, you have the blue-eye vampire Vanitas, and then you have the not blue-eye vampires who are all, red-eyed vampires. And that obvious blue-red, dichotomy or what have you. It really was a vibrant show. It was kind of interesting to watch stylistically. It's kind of a silly comedy, a little goofball, kind of not quite a screwball comedy, but yeah, just a little goofy comedy. It answered a lot of the questions that I had in the beginning of the show by the end of the show, which was, it rounded out. It made it a really nice, solid one episode. Like, hey, you into this or not? So I think it really put its best foot forward. The little ending mystery was reasonably compelling. It wasn't a surprise, but at the end of the show, he's just like, "I'm gonna kill him," and you're like, "What does that mean?" But yeah, that was kind of fun. It's set in France, I guess.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if it's all set in France.
Yeah,
because they definitely were throwing in random French there, here and there. So yeah, it's the I originally said, okay, so this shows the French vampire doctor anime, but technically he's a human, not a vampire.
Yep.
But that was actually more confusing because of his name and yada yada yada. But yeah, I thought some of the jokes landed really well because at the end he's just like, okay, you should join me, and he's just like, hard pass.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, did you watch the after part? Because after the ending, there's a little sting, the Marvel sting.
Yeah, they pulled a Marvel sting.
I think I did.
Yeah,
where he says he's gonna kill him. No.
No, there was more after that. After the credits.
After the credits, there was an after credits sting. Yeah.
Okay, tell me what it was. I don't know now.
So basically, I think Vanitas. I think Vanitas is he's just Noel, right? Noel.
Noel.
I'm gonna call him the Half-Fool because his eyes are purple, and he's he's a vampire, clearly a vampire, but he has purple eyes, and so he's just hungry, and he's about to pass out, but he's refusing because Vanitas is please, yo, you gotta join me, come on, and then he just kind of passes out on the floor, no way, and then the police come up and they're gonna get arrested apparently, yeah,
I saw that,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's the part, yeah.
My favorite part of that little section was he goes, eh? And they translate it as, what the devil? From one little eh? It was long, but they translated, all these words attributed to it. What the devil's going on? And it was okay. Translators, that was a weird choice, but I got you.
Probably trying to get that, the feel of Victorian era communication, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like steampunk world. The design and art of the book of Vanitas. I want that book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's so
I want
cool.
that book.
So freaking cool.
I want it now. I want to wear it on the street and have people think I'm weird. I want that book. I have a Death Note. I want this now. Mm-hmm. I may not watch the rest of this show, but book. I want that book. That book is cool. It's blue. It's silver. It's just
blue leather, black pages,
everything.
Blue ink.
Look, I've seen a blue leather jacket.
As well.
I've seen a blue leather jacket, and this needs to go with that blue leather jacket I don't own.
It's the perfect. It's the perfect cosplay item. Just
right.
So
I
might have to make it, y'all.
Look, I have been seriously considering not dressing like I'm an old man, because my clothes are super boring, and I'm like, if I just started like spending all my money on fashionable clothing, I'm gonna look like a Kingdom Hearts character or a Final Fantasy character, or I'm gonna dress in old Japanese garb and look like Hatsuharu from Fruits Basket. I'm done.
Cori, let's just say you've definitely got the build, the tall. If you wear a robe, you are menacing no matter what. You have a menacing aura.
I'm all about it. I'm gonna go full top hat and cane.
Yep. Oh yes, exactly.
I'm gonna walk around like I am a vampire, and it's gonna be July, and I'm gonna be hot. Like
it's like if people are already gonna look at you for your height, you may as well just go all out with your fashion and be like, what? What about it?
Look. You don't have to put me on the pedestal. I am the pedestal.
Yes, I love those points that you brought up. The colors are fantastic. Patrick, what are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I think Cori said a lot. I love the art. I love the animation. It has a little bit of everything. It has some good fast-paced action, and then it goes back into like cutesy chibi comedy, which again I always love, like the contrast of that. Because it's not super serious.
Love it.
And then it goes like, oh, it's super serious time, and then hit you with that slapstick. Super serious, and like, nope, this is more funny. And I guess what I really love about it, and why I said I think I'm becoming like Vicky, is because I think I love this show. Again, I get a lot of Yukoku no Moriarty vibes from this show. And they're like, the pretty boards, I guess that's mainly the main attraction. Because like, I've on the surface, you see the characters like, okay, this is a pretty boy show, but when you watch it, you're like, man, there's some dark stuff going on. It's like, it's bloody, and I was like, man, it's some good stuff. It's some good dark.
The horror,
exactly.
The horror, so good.
The horror.
When she was bleeding.
Oh man, her nightmare. Oh my god. Okay, I wrote down on my notes, the horror, because the horror.
Yeah, it's.
And I guess it's such a cool idea because, again, for me, it's not necessarily spirits, but they treat okay, in this world, vampires are a thing, right? They just accept vampires, and they exist, but I guess they know how to suppress their bloodlust. And so the maladies, which is what they call it, are like the diseases, and that's what make vampires go crazy, and that's how they can get sick. So vampires are real, and it's a thing, it's accepted by society. But they have their own specific diseases that can make them go crazy. And so rather than spirits and possession, they're treating different types of vampirism as diseases. And the book is has the cure of these possessions. Because again, I kind of equate it to like a demonic possession, because you need to know the name before you can it helps you know the symptoms. If you know the name of a specific devil, then I can counter it and cure this possession. So it gets into that spiritual level of Christianity and all those types of devils and what you can do to combat it. And so the main interesting part of that, where the ending part, where I know the name and I can cure you because I know the way to do it. And for me, I love that take on it. And it's just again, it goes back into this horror and spirits appeal to that I just love watching. And for me, it's that's the main point. I want to watch this for these different types of vampirisms and these different ways of how to cure it. And maybe they might be different. Maybe there's something he can't cure, and he has to may have to actually kill someone. But his goal as the doctor, let's say Vanitas, is to because he doesn't want to kill vampires. He wants to cure them.
Yeah, he wants to save all vampires.
Exactly.
Which is wild, because usually people are like, kill all vampires. But he's like, this human that at some point met the real Vanitas, who, by the way, was cursed from being born under the blue moon. So all the red moon vampires are like, you're excluded now. And he was like, well, screw you guys. So I don't know what the book originally was supposed to do, if it was like a curse against the other vampires. But this human is using it to cure sick vampires.
And the thing that's interesting about Vanitas, current Vanitas, is that he says he's human. The other vampires look like humans. But he's got very distinct claw-like hands.
Yes.
Either because he has claws, or he has special gloves, or I don't know. So,
I love it.
It's very interesting.
The character designs.
Yeah, they're
so good.
They're really good.
Kiss.
It's really good. It's back to the Vanitas fact is like it's the Vanitas, the Blue Moon. She was it was like isolated or exiled. And that book was made for revenge, right? Because I was like Vicky, revenge. It's a revenge story.
Yes.
But Vanitas, the current one,
and he's a healer.
Yeah, he is a healer. Oh my god! Holy crap!
We can't escape.
We can't escape this again. Lots of plots, just like Yukoku no Moriarty. Justice, revenge. So it's Vicky. It's so good.
It really more reminds me of like Black Butler with vampires.
Have you ever seen
just that kind of
Blood Brothers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. A long time ago.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to remember like
it's like
anything
2000. Like that's how old it is. Maybe 2005. But yeah, Blood Brothers. Black Butler, it kind of follows in a lineage of male character focused, but it's still like it's focused towards ladies.
Oh yeah,
probably. But I love this.
The Black Blood Brothers or whatever is definitely a little more in between. But like Black Butler definitely is like, hey, you like shotas? You like demon butlers?
No shotas, no shotas yet. Well, maybe
not in this one.
Not in this one. Not in this one yet. Not yet.
No pretty leg boys.
And
but it.
How many ladies? Just one.
There was one.
Yeah.
So far, I mean.
But
so they're not shying away from women.
That's how you know. When the male to female ratio is severely off, that's how you know who it's for, right? It's not even 2-1 because there's all these other characters in the background. But realistically, you're only focusing on Vanitas' assistant, who we like see for like 2 seconds, but he's got like red or brown hair, and then main character Kun, I guess is what I'm Noe.
Noe.
And then like background characters, and then the only female character who gets any amount of time is just a plot character. She's not even a real character.
Right.
That's true.
So you know this is for ladies because it's only focusing on the pretty boys.
Yeah, as soon as the storybook beginning was done and it was like into it, I was like, yep, I'm falling into a new fandom. It was just like, this is where he was like, they worked together, and then he was like, at the end, I'll kill him. I'm like, but why? Does he turn him into a vampire? Like, is it like a betrayal? Is he cursed? Like, why is he gonna kill him at the end?
That's right.
I assume it's gonna be one of two things. One of a few possibilities. He's literally just gonna kill him like they said. No specific explanation other than like, I'd kill him because... Or he's going to metaphorically kill him and he's not going to be Vanitas anymore, and then maybe Noe will be Vanitas. Those are like the two like straightforward like twist endings, or just like whatever ending. That's my assumption. Or he's not actually going to kill him and it's going to be some like other thing, like more complicated. But that'd be the most interesting version because I can't imagine it ahead of time.
Yeah. Because, it's very interesting because like you guys were saying that at the ending, they give you that, like, the final sting, like, oh, no way, he's gonna kill Vanitas eventually. And you're like, oh, they give you that that ending bit, how the ending's gonna end. You're like, okay, maybe I'm gonna keep watching too because I want to see how that happens. Like, why?
What a way to draw you
Right.
in. I am hooked. And that turn of phrase he used was like, and in the end, I'll slay him by my own hand. Like, that's just good writing. Like, translators, good job. Because I don't know how it actually was phrased in Japanese, but, the delivery of the original voice line and that translation just hits. So good.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I also, unless there's anything else you guys want to dig into, but I love the music. The opening song, fire.
The boys singing. I love the ending song.
Oh, it reminds me.
The ending song was great too. It was like in English.
I'm trying to remember the ending.
And then it went to Japanese.
Yes, it was.
It was English and Japanese, like more so English though.
Mm-hmm. It reminds me of like a thing anime recently I think are kind of doing where it's like they'll either get taites that have covers or do their own songs and then they like use them for their shows. It just had that feel of like this is someone that usually does Vocaloid songs or covers doing a song for this. I don't know. It gave me that vibe, but that opening song. So
you're
good.
right. It's very distinct. It's not like poppy or like a generic. It's definitely this generation where that's happening more often. It feels.
And that storybook opening, just I love the art of it, the little story, and that Noe apparently grew up reading the story and was like, "This isn't a curse. This is the most beautiful moon in the world." And you're like, oh, how can you not ship him with Vanitas? Even though he's like, no thanks. They're gonna get there eventually.
Oh man,
they're gonna touch hands.
Oh, that's that.
It's gonna be great.
That's that Fujiyoshi talking right there. It's gonna happen.
I swear if there's a foot rub scene.
A foot rub.
Oh
wow, that would be quite intimate.
They are one hotel.
Oh my god.
Booked up with only one bed left away from like full on just fandom. Just I'm here for it.
Quote unquote fandom. Yes, that's what they're getting ready.
It's not
to
a
do.
quote unquote fandom if it's a real thing. it's gonna be a real thing.
Fandom. Yeah, well, fandom will rise up and create that situation.
There we go. That's the definition I was going to ask for. Okay.
But what do you guys not like about it? I'll go with Patrick.
I don't know. I guess I was going to say the music. I was going to disagree with you on that because I didn't really think it was as compelling. I guess maybe there were some other parts that were more compelling to me, but nothing really stand up. I like the ending a little bit more than opening song, but throughout the episode, I guess the music didn't really particularly hit with me. But maybe I was more distracted with the pretty boys, or just the show because it's very colorful. It is very colorful, even though it has that dark, light and dark distinct look. But there are moments
which I love,
which is great. But then they eventually go to like it's just pastel colors, like bright and just playful, like a coloring book. But and then that's I like that. It's a good contrast to the show. But I don't know. I like the show. It's I feel like the pace was. I mean, going back to what I like about it, I feel like it was pretty paced well, so I don't really critique it on that. It wrapped everything well. Like it answered your questions you had. So it was a nice as a first episode. This was a pretty good first episode. Let's say.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's what I do like about it. But so it's kind of hard for me to critique. For me, it's like maybe a 9 out of 10 for me out of like, it's higher on the list as a first episode for our previous 30 episode that we had, you know? So it ranks up pretty high up there for me on this show, honestly. Yeah, it's kind of hard for me to find what I don't like about it.
I'm in the same boat.
What about you, Cori?
I'm in the same boat. I didn't have any real criticism at all. Like, I was like, no. Like, what I wrote down was something dumb, and I just, like, never mind. Like, I got nothing. It is a very, very, very good first episode. It's not, like, perfect, because it just didn't, like, hit me, but that's irrelevant. Like, is this a show I would have watched otherwise? Probably not. But, personal taste aside, it's a really good first episode. I would happily, not knowing anything else about the show, be like, if you are into these kinds of things, watch the first episode. If you don't like it, you'll never want to watch the rest. But if you're like even a little like, oh, maybe, yeah, watch it. You're gonna get what you want. It's a perfectly good introduction to all of the main players, which are Vanitas and Noe. It also hints that there's something going on in the world in general. The vampires are explained as being around, but not like a threat. But now they're going to be a threat. And then there's like Vanitas' assistant, who we don't even know anything else about him. I don't think he had glowy eyes, so he probably wasn't a vampire. But yeah, it was a very good first episode. So I have no real criticisms. I mean, I thought the ending song was pretty decent. It reminded me of Utada Hikaru, who I have been on a kick of. I have been listening to a lot of her songs. I bought a bunch of them. And then getting a lot of unnecessary Evangelion YouTube
suggestions,
recommendations lately.
Yep.
Because I just keep listening to it. Because I watched the last movie, then I listened to her song from the movie, and then I just been like deep in a Utada Hikaru hole. And then I just keep getting Ava stuff. So that song is stuck in my head every day. It really, truly is. Like, I'll just like, So, Ava. But yeah, this show, yeah.
It's good.
8.
It's good.
It's an 8.
It's solid.
It's an 8.
It's 8 for you? It's a 9 for me.
It's a 9.5 to 10.
Ooh,
like,
yeah.
It just hits.
Yeah.
Like, it even starts from, like, the cover art. Like, if you look up, like, the anime listings, like, it started from there, where it was, like, dynamic, like, characters on the image. And then the description was like, okay, vampires, alright, I could probably, get behind that. But then watching it come to life, ooh, just amazing. Even this, like, I like how it's steampunk. It's not set necessarily in, like, a super realistic view of the past. It's, like, a whole different take of a world where vampires are around. Airships are in it. Like, the size of cities are in the air. All sorts of stuff. Like, this cool-ass book. Oh, that book is so cool. I think the only criticism... Yeah, the only thing I have about that I didn't quite like is that Vanitas was a human, which isn't even a thing, because it was like, I was expecting him to also be a cool kick-ass vampire, but no, he's just a human, and I'm like, how is he so powerful as just a human?
That's the whole mystery there.
He's got blue eyes.
It's also why I think...
Yeah.
It's also why I think he's gonna get quote-unquote killed at the end, because of whatever it is that he is. Like, if he's literally a human, if he's a vampire who says he's a human, if he's a hybrid, but he calls himself... Whatever it is, that is probably the central mystery, or at least the second most important mystery, and it's going to be relevant to the main plot. Unless they do something different. But
yeah,
that was the only thing.
Yeah, I was actually, like, thinking Noe was, like, half, because his eyes are purple. He's got a purple-white kind of thematic going for him, and because of they focus on like the red eyes and the blue, and he's clearly has purple eyes, so I'm thinking like, is he half vampire, half Vanitas, because he admires the blue moon, and like vampires are supposed to be scared of the blue moon, or like it's like they're taboo, like blue moon's bad and red moon's good.
Yeah, it takes away their power.
Yeah, and so but then no way, he's like, he looks at the blue moon, he feels like he gets empowered by it, and he loves it. And he has purple eyes, which means like potentially he is half, like, out of what Vanitas says he's human, but he probably might be a certain type. And then no way, being a vampire, he's clearly supernatural. He survives that drop that they fall out of the ship, and yeah, it's like the mystery is on him too as well. Like, what is his deal, and why is he trying to seek out the book, and yeah, I guess one of the like side criticism is that Vanitas is just a wild boy. You know, he has that crazy, wild, particularly like spunky attitude, and maybe that might not be as like enjoyable for some people, but that is clearly his stick, where like he's the wild person of the group, and Noah is the
Genki boy.
Yep, and Noah is the more calm, reserved. You're straight man, and you're
I love it.
right. You have the straight man and you have the
it.
wild man. It's just like that's the too simple dynamic, but yeah, it's hard.
It.
It's hard to find something to actually criticize about. It's just such a good show. I think it's a sleeper hit.
It was a very solid first episode. Well, I for one will absolutely keep watching it. I think all 12 episodes are out now. So I will watch it. What about you guys?
Probably
yes,
not.
I will. 9 out of 10.
Hell yes.
I want to watch
Hell
this.
Yes.
I mean, I think if you two watch it and get back to me and tell me like, oh my god, so mystery, this, it might get me, but like off the rip, I'm not thinking like, oh, I should what like for instance, I'll give you like some examples. So I've got 4 episodes into Odd Taxi. I've got 1 episode into Sunny Boy. These are shows that I'm like, yeah, maybe I'll give it a shot, and I still haven't. But I've totally like watched like 4 other anime, like very average anime, since those. And this show is good first episode, but the general premise is not super engaging to me. So knowing how I've been in this last year that we've started and like consciously been like, are we going to try to watch it? Probably not going to watch this. Just like I haven't watched another Moriarty. Have you watched another Moriarty?
I know, right?
I want to watch it. I want to. You're right. I want to too.
And I've watched 1 more episode of Makaku City Actors, and episode 2 is very different. It's not wildly different, but it's significantly different than the first episode of Makaku City Actors. So,
yeah, it's just not enough time in the day. Which, segues nicely into our B-side. What are we watching recently? Like, what are we doing? What have we been giving our time to?
I got a whole list. So I'll give you 2 seconds to remember the 2 things you've not been watching. So I watched all of Tsukimichi Moonlight Fantasy. At least that's come out this season. Last night, I was just hanging out, doing literally less than something I should have been doing. And I watched the entire second season of Standing on 100 Million Lives, which is a very average anime that I don't think you need to watch, but you can watch it. I've continued to watch, what was it? What was last week's? I watched that.
We watched
Remake Our Lives.
Yes.
I've been watching that stuff.
Oh my gosh. How is it?
Like I told you, I think that show is a 7. I think the ecchi scale, it's like a 5, but it's definitely a very average show. It's super average, but it does kind of surprise me. The plot is a little more intricate. So you might have thought that this show was, okay, dude goes back in time and fixes his life and then that. Actually, by like episode 6, he goes into the future again, but not his future, a new future.
What?
So he starts off in 2016. He goes back to 2006.
Yep.
Then he spends like 6 months in 2006, and then plot happens, and then he goes into 2018.
Wow.
So is that future like based off of his past future? Of his university future, or it's
based on his art school future? Yes.
I knew it. I knew they were gonna do something like that. Cause like they're gonna compare the 2.
So like he did a thing, and then he goes to the future, and then he sees the consequences of the things he did.
Yes.
And then like he feels really guilty about the things that happened because the platinum generation is now, they're not the platinum generation. They don't
he messes up.
Functionally exist. Like the people are doing their thing, but they're not doing the same thing. It's so that like
he broke the platinum gen.
Yeah. And so he's feeling really guilty about it, but then he gets like a pep talk like, look, and I like this part. He's like, look, what you did was what you did, but they also had to make their own choices. And it's like, yeah, they did. The fact that you were good at being helpful isn't in itself bad. Now, is there a world in which we should all be helpful enough, but also let people be independent? Absolutely. So he's basically learning how to be the best version of himself, and I am all for it. Also, in this current future, he definitely is getting with the blue hair girl, and as if I haven't made it very clear, I am always team blue hair girl.
Yeah.
She's so
I know.
I dislike her so much.
Yeah,
I know.
She's not,
I understand that.
There's some problems. Yeah.
She is absolutely unnecessarily herself. But I don't give a fuck. I am always team blue hair girl.
You love those slice of life.
There you go.
Which is why I knew you wouldn't really like
Anyway,
Vanitas no Carte because it's a little of the horror element, but
I mean,
I knew you'd like it for what it was, but not for
it. Doesn't pull me in. But yeah, I'm always team blue haired girl. And yes, there is like love triangle shenanigans, which is again why I originally was like, let's talk about what a hentai or let's talk about what a harem is.
Wow. Segment forward, please. What is he? Oh, that's a slip up right there. A mental slip.
Let's talk about what a harem is. Because every single female character that's in the platinum generation plus the red haired girl definitely is into him like too much. Because originally it wasn't guaranteed, but I'm like, this is a harem. This is a harem. This is 100%. And we didn't have proof, but now I do. So all three of them were like, if you would have said I'm down, we would have been down. And it's like, yep, I knew it.
I can't.
Because it's a wish fulfillment. It's a wish fulfillment show. It's a wish fulfillment show. You're supposed to pick the red one, the blonde one, or the blue one.
Me and Vicky are like, we're not our heads because Vicky's like, that's not realistic. And I'm like,
it's not.
I can't deal with that. Personally, I can't deal with that.
I dislike harem so much. It's just like, get over yourself.
Well, okay. For a show that we have not otherwise classified as a harem, the main protagonist is significantly more competent, capable, and self-assured.
Well, yes, for this show,
that is
Remake,
true.
Yes, he is.
I mean, granted, his first timeline, he was none of those things for a while, but he failed enough times to build character, and now he's like almost too good.
There is that.
So. Anyway, I watched like one other thing, but those are the main things. Oh, a while back I watched the MMO, the one where he goes plays the MMO and it's really bad. But I think we talked about it earlier. And then I have almost finished Utena, but I definitely stopped 3 episodes before the end and just haven't gone back to it yet.
Yep.
So,
did you rage quit during the cow episode? Or
no, I've already watched the cow episode. There was just yet another stupid... I hate that character so much. She's so annoying. I don't...
Yeah.
Anyway.
The ending is worth getting through. Like, it's just so good. It all comes together.
I don't know if I believe you.
Sort of.
Sort of? Sort of? Don't say sort of at the end.
I mean, you get... answers, they're just not as satisfying. You
just said it wasn't that satisfying, right? No.
It's just, it doesn't explain enough of the why, really. Right. But
here's my formal recommendation. If you're going to watch Utena and you're not Vicky, don't watch Utena because it's not good enough.
Fine. No. Watch Utena. It is amazing. I love it. It's empowering. It's great. Love it. Walking up the stairs.
If you watch Utena and after 3 episodes you are like, I need more answers, go watch Ranma. It's about the same amount of answers, but it's more fun.
No. If you can't get through 3 episodes of Utena, watch the movie. Okay?
She tells me this.
Is basically...
She tells me this like 2 years later.
Because you should watch the whole series. It's that good.
Here's the thing. Is it 39 episodes worth it? That's the real sale.
Yes.
That's the real sale.
Yes.
Is it 39
Absolutely
episodes
not.
worth it?
I am
That's
36 episodes in, and I'm like, come on! It only started getting interesting 2 episodes ago.
Oh,
and one of those episodes was terrible. Alright, I'm done.
Yeah. It's like the ending arcs are really like where the big payoffs happen, but...
And also an extremely annoying character who's dumber than dirt. And I don't mean like intellectually she's stupid. I just mean she's dumb. She's a dumb character and she's dumb. Also, she's dumb.
The best friend?
Also, no. So there's a character, Nanami, yeah.
Oh.
She loves her brother. And I don't mean that in the gross way, but kind of in the gross way too. She loves her brother so much. And then like, he's like, okay, yeah, but we're not literally related, but... And she's like, oh no! This is the worst thing ever!
Are you telling me there's a lot of Oni-chan vibes?
It's all the Oni-chan vibes, except, like, she doesn't get it, and also she has no... she can't read the room. Was that Koki? Right? She just doesn't... She doesn't understand how people work. It's just... Anyway, I'm done. I'm done again.
The thing is... Her character in that situation, I'll just say, it's a precursor. Boom.
Here comes Vicky with the defense.
It's just a little.
Tell
like,
us how Utena
hey,
is not a bad show. Tell me how it is, because I am. It's not bad, but I am bored. Oh my goodness!
Saves not only herself but Anthe as well from the situation that makes no sense. Where she's just being used. And she becomes her own prince.
That's great.
And not only just her own prince, she becomes a prince for, like, someone else. And, like, the friendship that builds, like, Anthe's personality gets to come up and out because she's allowed to, like, finally be herself with this person. And it's sad because,
does Nanami show up in the last episode?
I don't remember. It's been like 10 plus years since I watched all of it.
I think if she shows up in the last episode, I might not finish. I'm joking.
I want to say the last episode is like a 2-parter.
Yeah.
I think it's like a 2-parter because...
I was going to say, you need resolution for her as well, right?
Yeah. I'm trying to remember the ending, and I think it's a good ending. That's all I was saying.
All right. I will endeavor to actually finish it, but I don't know when that'll happen. What about you, Patrick? What have you been watching, Patrick?
Oh, man. I feel bad because whenever this happens, whenever you ask this question, I'm like, I don't know what I'm watching. I gotta just remove YouTube from my browser. I gotta like block it or ban it because I just get into weird.
You just need to watch some legally accessible YouTube.
What?
Anime. You gotta watch anime that's like on a like extra small, that really terrible aspect ratio for watching, or watch it flipped.
True. Yeah, that's true.
Like,
if it's on with its high pitch, the pitch is turned up a bit, and so that the voice is on.
Okay, so for anyone who actually wants to watch anime from like the actual studios, there are 2 YouTube channels. I think one is the High Dive one, but I'm not 100%. And then I think the other one is, I cannot remember the name of it. Not Media Blasters. Okay. I'll find it. Give me a second. Go ahead, Patrick.
Right. No, I think for me, just because YouTube or whatever is just easy accessible, and like I know I could just go click and watch an actual anime. I just rather dive into random. The wormhole that is YouTube. I'm not sure why, but if it was gone from my browser, I'd be like, okay, what can I watch? All right, let's watch some anime. And like Cori was saying, man, there is a lot of things that I still want to watch. I mean, we've been doing this, for a while, and there's a lot of first episodes, and it's sad because it's sad, so sad because they're still at those first episodes for me. I want to watch this. Yeah.
So I've got some both recommendations and happy times. So Nozo Mint, so Nzoment. They have a lot of older anime that is just free to watch, little to no ads, full episodes, the whole nine. Mostly English dub, but I think they may have some hard-coded subs in there. So some examples of things that they have: Utena, Irresponsible Captain Tyler, El Hazard, Martian Successor Nadesco. I've watched like 2 episodes of that. Never mind. Take that one back. I've never watched Boogie Pop Phantom, but I hear good things.
I remember that.
Anyone? Sayonara Zetsubo Sensei. Highly recommended, but as a dub, probably better than... You're going to read a lot of things if you watch that subtitle. I don't know about Emma, A Victorian Romance. But that's on there.
Never heard.
Yeah, these names.
Yeah. But yeah, some of those are super good. Some of those are random. His and Her Circumstances.
Oh my god, I remember that.
That sounds interesting. That named.
It's Karikano.
Oh, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Dirty Pair. Dirty Pair.
Old school.
Yeah, Gaku and Alice. Yeah, Gravitation's on there.
Oh boy.
Gravitation's on there?
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yes. Oh, I have not finished all of Gravitation.
These are like the 2090s eras.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, Nozomi Entertainment. So yeah, that's on YouTube. They have it there. They're connected with Right Stuff with one F. So if you Right Stuff, you buy anime and other crap there, and it's pretty good. They do well. They're reasonably competitive with Amazon, but so if you want to avoid Amazon but you still want to buy stuff, doesn't hurt.
Go check it
Oh
out.
wow, they do have quite a bit.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And I know there's another one. Funimation used to have stuff on YouTube, but I don't think they consistently have what you want because they have their paid service. And then Crunchyroll, similar way. But yeah, if you actually want to watch anime, but on YouTube, but not, you've got some options.
That's actually pretty good. I'm gonna link this in our chat, in our description, because it's pretty nice stuff.
Wait! I found something for you, Patrick. For you specifically.
Oh boy. Sure.
Yeah. This definitely is not a setup for a joke at all, right? Right, Vicky? Right?
No.
Please, teacher!
Hey, I've watched. Yeah. Hey, you know what? I watched that one.
Wow.
Guys, sensei.
I watched that one. I love the intro to that music. The intro song is great. That's such a throwback to like poppy space music. But I've seen that one, and I'm sure if I revisit it, it probably is pretty bad.
Oh, it's probably definitely terrible.
It's probably.
I've told you both before. You probably off podcast, but I definitely watched Please Teacher and then immediately watched Please Twins, and was like, this is actually worse than the other one, and not even like, not even really connected too. Like the first one's the teacher's an alien, and then the other one is just like, I live with my. I don't know if they were cousins or sisters. It was weird. Anyway, I don't remember. It was trash then. It's definitely trash.
It's probably.
But yeah, Revolutionary Girl Utena is subtitled. I don't know if there's a dub version, but I wouldn't want to watch the dub version anyway. Even though that's what I'm doing right now. Because the subtitle version doesn't have to make you listen to Nanami be a dumb.
You know what? I gotta watch it just for that character, I think. I
will link you to the Funimation dub of the cow episode, so you can just.
I'll just jump straight into that episode, no context needed, right?
You don't. No, you literally don't need context for that episode. I don't even think Utena fights anyone in that episode, and she might fight Cowgirl, but it's so dumb.
I think she fought Nanami she got the bell from her neck, I think, or something like that.
It didn't matter.
I don't remember.
It was dumb.
It doesn't matter.
It was a waste of a whole episode. I mean, literally no plot progressed because of that. You take that episode out and nothing changes. Nothing.
Those are some strong words.
Accurate words.
It's all metaphor.
It's all a metaphor, guys.
Okay, the metaphor is that you should not be so stupid that you think you're a cow because you have a bell, and then it's fashionable to have a bell because you're an idiot and you've got the wrong kind of bell because you're stupid. Also,
yeah, it means be your own person.
Also, Anthe is potentially Indian, and so there's curry or hot food involved.
That's what I was saying.
That's part of how she thinks she's a cow. It's so dumb.
You know, sometimes I say things. We say things in the past.
Yeah.
And they sound weird, but like when you watch the episode, you're like, okay, yeah, we're on the nose on this show just as well. like we're just like, is she this? Does that play a part of the show? And I'm like, it's just me kind of like metagaming, but like, no, okay, yeah. The anime, yep, it's true.
Yeah. That episode is so dumb. Man. Here's what I think really is partly why I'm so mad at that episode. It's because I had not watched Utena for some time. And I was like, okay, I'm a man of my word. I told Vicky I was going to watch Utena. I don't even remember why.
I have to.
I think I was just trying to be a good friend and watch stuff and know what my friends like and then be able to discuss and share and enjoy shows that I don't normally watch. And then she's like, Utena's my favorite. I'm like, okay, I don't know if I want to watch this, but I'm going to watch it because you're my friend. And so I watched as much as I could, pause, watch some more, pause. And I came back to it, and I was trying to watch it, and it was this stupid, worthless cow episode. So it was just all of it. It was just a waste of 20 minutes. So, Vicky, what you been watching?
Yeah, Vicky, what you been watching?
Well, aside from, the usual YouTubers playing video games,
I know.
I have been watching anime.
I know.
Shout out to Sora the Troll for being hilarious.
Yes.
Yep, that was funny skits. I have been binging My Hero Academia.
Good choice.
I didn't realize that each season was like 24 episodes, so I got like halfway through. I'm like, dang,
so disappointed.
Class
More
battles no, because I was really into the class battle. I'm like, dang, this is so good. I wish there was more, and then there was more. So I'm not done with it, but I've been binging that. Aside from that, I mean, I finished.
I think
that
the last
which we
episode
don't talk
today.
about anymore. Oh, good.
Yeah,
I can catch up then.
Because the new season should be starting next week or the week after.
What?
Yeah, we're talking Shield Hero coming back. Not ReZero. What else? There's a couple big things coming back. Shield Hero's like number one on my mind. Jujutsu Kaisen, maybe if we're lucky. But yeah, fall season has a lot of returning shows that I'm personally looking forward to.
Yeah, fall season has like, I'm excited. I'm hyped for next season.
I am hyped for fall season.
Let's just say I'm hyped. Are you hyped?
Let's go.
Vicky?
I'm hyped. Are you hyped, Cori? For Shield Hero?
You cowbell wearing motherfuckers. All right? They don't know why I'm mad at you. You know why. You both wear your cowbells and get the hell out of here.
But no, next season is great.
Well,
it's great. It's a lot of good picks.
Yeah.
I know this season we kind of trailed off of what we were watching, but it looks does look more promising. And so, I mean, I know Vicky's really excited for her next pick. She can't wait.
Oh God,
Evlogia.
She can't wait.
Woo.
Yes.
Woo.
Yes.
Like,
if you guys think I'm like Fujoshi now, wait till I get to my pick.
Yeah,
God, it's gonna be so great.
She's going full 8 on the ecchi scale for this Fujoshi show.
Like this show,
At least
Vanitas no
minimum.
Carte was like the teaser, and like this is the next. Yeah. Oh jeez, 3 episodes, guys. Wait for 3 more episodes.
Next level. Yep, and I think it comes out on the 8th actually. So it's like. As soon as
you have your turn, you're going to be subjecting us to your man-on-man, but one man looks like a girl love show. Yeah. And I'm going to just be pulling out Finna, Pirate Princess, and Idata in The Gods Only Know Peace, because those shows apparently are not bad. And now I'm like, I want to watch them, but they felt weird in my schedule, so Yeah, this season was so average. Like,
Hit
there's a
and
lot
miss.
of...
Yeah.
And so the ones that we were, like, interested in, we didn't know if they'd be any good until halfway through the season. I'm like, oh, I should probably try to watch that. And I've been purposely not watching Finna and Idaten so that we could watch them for the show. So now I've been watching trash shows and not the shows. I was like, oh, maybe I'll watch that. I'll try and watch some more Odd Taxi. And I've watched not enough Odd Taxi, Makaku City Actors, or Sunny Boy. And I'm a little bit sad.
Sunny Boy a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sad that I have not followed through with, like, any of my will watch. Like, Skate the Infinity.
Yeah, you fell off.
That's a throwback.
Immediately.
That's a way throwback now. Like,
you're like,
Hell
yeah, I'm going to watch Redo a Healer and Skate the Infinity. I'm going to get my boys in.
Yeah, I watched several episodes of it. I just haven't finished it because, last I remember is Adam, the love skater, messing everyone up.
Yep.
That was good stuff, though.
I have a special comment that was requested to be read to the show. Let me find it.
If you too would like to write into the show, email us at otakukatsupodcast or leave comments on at gmail.com. Leave comments on our YouTube, Otaku Katsu. Yeah, I see where, it might be a little hard to spell. It's OTAC. Nope.
Oh.
OTAKUKATSU. Otaku Katsu.
I think you're still messing up there, Vicky.
No. I got it.
You sure?
O exclamation point.
Yeah.
TAKU.
Yeah, there it is.
KATSU. There we go.
Because someone else has Otaku Katsu and they don't use it and they suck.
We will have all the information in the description through our podcast and the YouTube.
Request that they rename themselves immediately.
Refer to the box below.
You can also tweet at us at 0takukatsu on Twitter. And yeah. That's our medias.
So our comment on YouTube was from Zane, and he said, as the rep for the podcast listening audience, Vicky, we appreciate your sacrifice. However, we did not ask for this. In regards to you continuing to watch Redo of Healer. But then he says at the end, P.S., please don't stop.
See? I did it for you, Zane. Shout out to those that, really want to know what happens and if it's worth watching.
Those who lurk in shadow.
Yep.
And don't worry for the future. Again, in 3 more weeks, Vicky will do it again for you guys in 3 more weeks. So keep that spicy waiting for the next 3 weeks, guys.
Wait, are you saying you're going to watch season 2 of Redo a Healer once it's announced?
Ooh.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Not. Yes. Maybe. Yeah. You know what?
What, you didn't get enough out of that?
Because the plot is so good. The plot's so good, okay?
No,
it's not for the other parts that I'm watching. It's the plot.
You can't keep saying the plot is so good every time.
It's not.
It's compelling.
Okay.
I mean...
The revenge story.
You may be compelled by the plot. I give you that 100%. That does not mean, objectively, it is a good plot.
No, it's, pretty bland plot, but it's just compelling.
Okay. I can accept that. That is an acceptable statement.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, when season 2 comes out, I might give it a go.
She's not watching it unless I say she's not going to watch it. So the more I say she's not going to watch it, the higher likelihood. So right now, we are at best 50-50. And if I say, hey, did you watch it every week? It goes to like 45. But then as soon as I'm like 30% and I say, you're definitely not watching it, she's going to marathon it and be like, so much rape.
Probably.
Oh my God.
Probably. That seems accurate.
God, that show is terrible. Anyway.
It's terrible and because awe is both good and bad. So it's awesome.
Man, honestly, I would watch this. Like, how they do supercuts? I mean, I guess maybe I shouldn't say that. If people who are cultured know what a supercut is, If they if they did a reverse supercut where they removed all the things, I want a reverse supercut.
Yeah, I was about to say. You know what a supercut?
I'm sorry.
This
is me meta again. If people who know what a supercut is, you know what a supercut is. Let's just keep that at bar. I don't need to say anymore. But for those people who are cultured and know what that means, I want a reverse supercut, meaning they take out all the naughty bits and just give me the actual plot. Now, with that being said, Vicky,
I would love.
With that being said, Vicky, is that impossible because there are plot points where they talk during the supercut or not? Do they?
I would
say that's what I'm trying to say. Do they have true plot and like story beats within a supercut? Because do they talk? I'm assuming. I don't know.
They do talk, but I would say that you just generally lose the details of the revenge.
Okay, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Got you.
Young son.
Yes.
Come on.
All right, we're done. But that's what I would want. A reverse supercut.
Which is basically what I give you all.
Yes.
I don't go into detail. I just give you the overall.
See, and I don't think that's fair because that show is known not because it's a revenge anime, but because of all the stuff that Patrick wants to cut out and you don't want to talk about because you're embarrassed, and I don't need in my life because that stuff is messed up.
I'm not embarrassed per se. Okay. So yeah, I didn't want to watch the last episode with you guys because I knew it was gonna.
Why not?
You weren't embarrassed, so why? Explain, Vicky, please.
Let's just say, some things you should just watch on your own.
What do you mean?
With no one else around, with headphones in.
I don't know what you mean.
Like private home movies between you and your loved ones?
No.
You shouldn't watch those alone.
Not even with their
door closed. No one else around.
That sounds like something else.
Just bear through it.
That sounds like something else. I don't...
No, be fully clothed. In fact, put on extra layers of clothes.
just in case you don't get... To not tempt yourself. To not tempt yourself. Wear more clothes.
Wait, why would someone be tempted? I don't understand.
Put some mittens on if you have to.
What purpose would that serve? This show is about revenge. What are you gonna do?
Exactly.
Revenge somebody with your unmittened gloves?
I'm sorry. I have to go back to Vicky saying put on some mittens. That is a great detester. It's amazing.
Yeah. Just
oh my God.
It's just not something you want to watch in polite and or mixed company or with anyone else.
Like every other revenge plot that you've ever seen, right?
Mm-mm.
Well, Old Boy gets, equal? We always bring up Old Boy. No, it's just,
Look, I will watch Old Boy with my grandma before I will watch that show with anyone else. Yes. So why?
It's more explicit.
Mm.
It's just more explicit. And the last episode is just it goes to another level.
Oh boy!
I want everyone.
Saying every episode.
I want everyone to write in the comments. Vicky's right. I just want anyone who's heard this. Vicky's right because I know you're lying.
I'm counting on you, Zane. You got to comment it.
Yeah, Vicky's right. It's definitely
Tweet
not.
Tweet at me.
It's definitely not
at
all the things.
Taku Katsu.
Yeah, please. Email, tweet. You can text us if you can figure out a way to do that. Because Vicky's definitely right.
Text us.
Because y'all lying.
I am.
Lying.
I am right.
You are wrong. My goodness.
But, yeah,
Oh, man.
But, yeah. So that's what we've been watching, what we're looking forward to watch. We've got our socials out there. Taku Katsu podcast at gmail.com. Taku Katsu on YouTube. 0 Taku Katsu on Twitter. We're on Podbeam, Taku Katsu podcast. We're also on Apple, iTunes. Hit us up, y'all.
And it's in order now, except for episode 20 for some reason. So you can watch them 1 to 20 and it won't be weird. And then at episode 21, you'll be like, wait. But yeah, It's good. It's working out. We've got ourselves situated. We are as official as you can get without putting money into it. Well, more money into it.
So yeah, feel free. We'll set up maybe a Patreon. So
probably not.
Listeners
probably not until we can actually get ad revenue on YouTube. That's when we have enough people to actually legitimately use a Patreon. I think.
Again, that's way too ahead of us. Let's just
We're
give
talking
it some more time.
We're like if we had a marketing department, maybe.
Yeah.
We are still negative money because no one is listening other than like the people we know. So if you like what we're doing and you're somehow listening to episode 34 or 33, fantastic. Share it. Talk to people.
Yeah, tell your friends. Share
Tell them all. And make sure they're over the age of 18 because I don't need to explain to anyone why this podcast should not be listened to by 17-year-olds. When you're 18, you're good.
Well, 17. 18, you're golden. Yeah. 17, you're on the fence. Well, we know you listen to it anyway. You probably shouldn't.
But if your parents want to contact me and talk about my dirty mouth, I'll be like 18 and up. Fix your kids.
Hey, they're exposed. They're exposed to a lot more worse than outside of it.
Yes, they are.
Let's just say that's not. But that's not a bar. But that's just kind of how it is.
Yeah.
But our responsibility is to label our material accurately. It is labeled accurately.
Yes.
And if you are circumventing that or otherwise ignoring it, then you have made your choice. Vicky.
Yes.
You've made your choice.
You made your choice.
Bad. What would we do without Redo of Healer? We bring that thing up almost every podcast. It is terrible.
Hey.
It's terrible. I try and I can't because it's funny now.
It wasn't even me this time.
That's true. That's true.
Until season 2 comes out.
Hey, I tried not to.
Did we bring up healing earlier or was that before? It was that
was
podcast.
You. Yes.
That was your healing.
Yep.
Yes. Yep.
It corrupted
it's in our lexicon now.
The word heal. Like if you go to the dictionary, it's going to be like reversing time as a different definition.
I can't even teach my dog to stay by my side now without going healer.
I cannot even play I can't play MMOs I'm never going to be a priest or a cleric or a paladin because I can't heal anyone. I'm going to go full on mage warrior now. I can't be a healer. Oh, the trauma.
You know what? You say that, but I know you're not going to play any MMOs, Patrick.
That's true. Well, that's true. Not anymore.
Because if you are, I'm telling you to play with me, and you're going to play with Zane. We're going to get in this Final Fantasy game. We're going to crush it. But
that's so tempting.
I know.
To play.
I know. You should. You don't have to, but you know. I sacrificed 39 episodes of my time. I mean, you can. But no. Yeah. I think we're definitely going to, or at least I'm going to try and generate some kind of harem scale. I think that's my project for the next couple of weeks until we actually talk about it and or watch a harem anime to justify talking about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That could be your next pick.
No, I really want to do either Idaten or Finna. So I gotta get those out of the way, or I'll forget them when Shield Hero comes back. Because I'm gonna be excited for Shield Hero, very much so.
Well, next week we have Patrick.
Yes,
Patrick's choice.
Yes. So my pick is definitely an obvious one. Not obvious, but the reason why I want to pick this one is because I've seen her in a bunch of memes, and that is just, she's adorable, but it is called Jahy-sama wa Kujikinai, which is like, the Great Jahy-sama will not be discouraged or won't be defeated. And it's about a demon who, I don't know, loses and like gets isekai into the real world, but she loses her powers and she becomes a little character.
I think a adequate is the Demon King that works at McDonald's, that anime.
Was a part-timer.
It's that, but with a demon woman who is more attractive when she's a demon woman than a child.
Yes, it's Devil as a part-timer, but with a demon lady who becomes, because she loses her powers, she becomes a little chibi-tized character. And when I saw this, I was like, that's the girl. I know. I've seen her before. I've seen her in a bunch of memes, and I know it's great. So that is another great find, as let's just say.
We're gonna get our demon on. Until we get our demon on in Evilogia. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
So excited, aren't you? You know the show I slightly regret not watching more of? Oh god, was it Ilanade?
Ilanade. You know, this girl has basically her vibes. Like, well, her character style designed. Dark-skinned, sort of aggressive lady. But for Jahy-sama, kind of feel the same vibe. But don't tease me, Nakatoro-san.
Don't tease me, Nakatoro-san. Yeah. I think I watched 2 episodes and I just was like...
You regret not watching that? Wait a minute.
I kind of regret
it. She bullies the hell out of that.
Yeah, wait a minute, Cori.
Yeah.
Now that's some bully kink.
Bully kink. That's a real kink. You've got that, and Vicky's got reading here. It's kind of the same.
What?
Well, there's similar kinks. I mean, not same kinks. I'm just saying it's like just show that you would watch.
The truth is revealed.
Like a weird kink. Because I think EJ Night is not, of course, it's not as bad. Okay, that is extreme for me to compare it. It's extreme for me to compare it. I'm sorry.
It's not as bad.
But it does what it's trying to do, let's just say. And the people who watch it maybe love the show. I'm sure it's a great story, great animation, but you clearly watch it for one main reason, and it's to be it's for you to be stepped on.
Gotcha.
Just like
maybe that's why I didn't watch it then. No, because I watched the one before that where she was like, I forget what it's called, where she teases the guy and they're both in college or whatever, and I almost marathoned that one too. But there was only like 12 episodes. So I was like, as comparison, I kind of want to see like this one versus the other one.
Are you talking about the video game one? Mm-mm. Or no? Okay, it's something different. Okay.
No, it's like Umazaki-chan wants to hang out.
Umazaki-chan wants to hang out. With gotcha. That girl.
Yeah. I like how you said with and then you just moved on. He knows what I mean. I know what he meant. Vicky, she doesn't know.
I'm lost.
That's okay. It's okay. It's not important, even if it is relevant. But yeah, I just kind of want to compare them because I was like, is this going to be the new like trend? But then I just I'd see it and be like, I could watch that, but I'm not. It just happened over and over again. Kind of like with Boonies. Like I just was like, I could watch Boonies. I could watch Sunny Boy. And I ended up watching like 12 episodes of a random show that I was like, it's fine. Low pressure, so I don't have to report on it. But yeah. So we're going to watch Jahy-sama be, I guess, a tsundere or something. And then next week the week after, I'll have to decide if we're going to watch gods fighting or princesses being pirates versus ninjas.
Yeah, both are pretty good.
That is cool. Pirates and ninjas.
They look good. I have good recommendations. So yeah,
solid plan. Thank you again to our listeners. As always, I have been joined by my great co-host Patrick.
Yes. The more Vicky recommends, the more I'm understanding her, and we will truly understand her. We will truly understand her in 3 weeks.
Yep. It's coming, y'all. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah. You don't
hyped.
know.
I am so hyped, you all. And of course, our resident grumpy young old man, Cori.
If this show is bad enough, the harem I will pick will be Ranma.
Oh no.
Because that's the best excuse to watch one of my favorite shows. So that I can do a harem episode and talk about what makes a harem.
But you also need a palate cleanser is what's the real answer.
Right. Well, if I see these guys do it too much, I'm going to have to watch Ranma.
Ranma after Evilogia will be a turn.
It wouldn't be immediate because it doesn't go in that direction. It goes Vicky, Patrick, me. So it's me, then you again. So I'm pre-torturing or just generally getting over it, I suppose. I don't know. But you like revenge, so...
Yeah.
Well, thank you all again. This has been Taku Katsu. We'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.